In this lecture, we are going to start object-oriented programming in Python. So let's begin. So what is object-oriented programming? It is a programming style based on classes of objects linked with methods. Methods are the functions. So what are the classes and objects? A class is a blueprint for creating objects. An object is a child component of a class that contains all the features of a class. So class is like a parent component and the objects are the child components that inherit all the qualities, all the features of the class. Here is a simple example. We have a class in which we have defined some variables, name, color, speed, and the objects are like the name of different cars. Like we define the name Toyota, Honda, or Kia. Similarly, we can define the color of each object and the speed. So you can see that the features, the variables are same as the class component, only the values are different. So you can see that this is the feature of the class, like you can inherit all the features into an object and it will only differentiate with the values. Now let's create a simple class and object in Python. I create a class with a name vehicle and I define three variables: name, color, and speed. Now let's create an object from this class. So here I create the object with name car1 and it will take the class vehicle. Now I can define the name of the car1, car1 dot name, and here I type Toyota, car1 dot color, and car1 dot speed. Now here I'm going to print the car1 value, the value like car1 dot color, and here we got the result. Now let's create another object from this class, car2 equal to vehicle, car2 dot name Honda, car2 dot color green, car2 dot speed 180. Now let's print car2 dot speed, and here we got 180. Now let's move on, and now we are going to make a class in which we will also define a function. Class animal, and here I create a variable sound. Now here I'm going to define a function speak, and it will take self as input. Self means that it will take all the variables that are in this class and it will use it. And here I'm going to print self.sound. So now let's create an object cow equal to that will inherit all the values from this class. And now cow.sound, let's define this equal to moo. Now what I will do, I will call the function cow.speak. Now let's run this, and here we got the result. So I hope you have understood that how we can define function in a class and how we can call those functions. Similarly, let's create another object horse equal to, and it will inherit the class animal, horse dot sound equal to knee, and horse dot speak, we will call this function, and here we got the result. Now we are going to discuss some special methods that we can define in a class. Instead of creating classes with empty or default values, we can set these values when we create the instance. This ensures that we don't miss an important value and avoids a lot of unnecessary lines of code. To do this, we use a special method called a constructor. So we can define constructors in a class that we want to be initiated when an object is created. So let's see in Jupyter Notebook that how we can use these constructors. Before moving on, I would like to show you some functions that are very useful and that helps you in programming. Like one of the function is dir for directory, and if I run this, you can see that we have got different constructors that we can use. Here we have different constructors and functions, and there's another function help, and here if I run this, you can see that we got all the methods that how we can use them and what are the syntax for it. And here you can also define a particular function that you have to search for, like for example format, and here you can see all the details of this function. There's another thing, like if you want to create a class, an empty class, like for example class, I name it something, and if you want to create an empty class, you can just type here pass. That will just move on to the next line of code. So this is how you can like organize your coding. Now let's create a class with a name animal, and here this time we are going to define a constructor that will take self, name, and sound as input. And here I name, and here I type self dot name equal to name, and self dot sound equal to sound. So what this constructor is doing, that it is taking name and sound as input and it is saving it in self.name variable. Now here I'm going to define another method output that will take self as input. Self means that all the variables in this class, and what this function will be doing, it will be returning the name of the animal, the name the animal is, and makes sound dot format self dot name and self dot sound. So these two variables will be between these curly braces. Now let's create an object, anyone, animal, and here I define two variables. The first will be the name of the animal horse and what sound it makes, me. Any one dot output. Now we are going to see inheritance in class, which means that class within a class. So we are going to call a class within another class. So let's see how it works. I create a class and I name it Tesla, the Tesla car, and here I'm going to define a constructor init. Init means initialize, and here I'm going to type some variables that will be input in this constructor: year, color, and build. Self dot year equal to year. Self dot color equal to color. Self dot build equal to build. Here I create another method and it will print out year, color, and build dot format self dot self dot color self dot build. Now here I'm going to create another class and I name it model S, the model of the car, which will inherit the parent class, which is Tesla. Like these are the main features of every car, and if we talk about a specific car, Model S, then we can define here the specific qualities of this car. So here I define a function max speed self, and here I'm going to print out 200 mile per hour, unique feature, and here I type, for example, beautiful interior. Now here let's create another child class, and here I name it model 3, which will inherit the features from the parent class. Here I copy the same methods, and here I, for example, change it to 162 and unique feature, for example, high impact protection. So we have created a parent class and two child classes. So here we have created one parent class and two child classes. Now let's create an object, mycar1 equal to model S. Here I define all the three values, which is year, color, and build, 2017, and color blue, and here I type build steel. So now what I want to see here is mycar1.info, which is this definition, and mycar1 dot max speed and mycar1 dot unique feature. So these three information I would like to see. Let's run this. So here I have made a mistake, max speed, and here we got the result. So this is how inheritance work. Like you can call the methods from the parent class as well as the child classes. So I created an object and it has successfully called all the three methods. This method is in the parent class and these two are in the child classes. So this is how you can organize your program and create different classes, inherit those classes into another class, and define constructors. So I hope you have understood the basics of object-oriented programming, that how it works. So if you have any questions, you may ask me in the comment section. So thanks for watching and I see you in the next one.